stage is our performing host for the night, Daniel Sadler.
Oh, yes! Yes! Get on the mic, Daniel. Do it!
Clearly this is not a show meant for children, originally. Or for most children. But, here I
gotta leave, I gotta go.
Anyway, I fucked up earlier. I was supposed to present Sarah Birds of Prey on stage. Only mention a Birds of Prey in the world, by the way, on the internet, for sure. Because it's not Bird of Prey, it's Bird to Prey. So it's very unique. Anyway, I actually had a poem for her. And it's Names of Trees. It can be said, I feel ignorant of trees, ignorant of their names and labels, various geniuses and divisions one sees as their separation. I don't know if I can tell a birch from an oak, deciduous from a coniferous, a coconut palm from a banana tree, an apple tree from an orange tree, a date tree from any other that may be. Someday I will take the time to learn more and more the names of these trees that enable us to breathe.
Nice.
I will. So that's it. I actually have a poem about parenting, because and I've seen a lot of parents come in. I actually have a comic book with childbirth in it, like actual graphic depiction of childbirth, like it's the first one too. It's historical. It's important.
It's a miracle that you have that, man.
Well, it's a reprint too, so.
You're a
miracle. Of course, I'm having this moment where I'm like having trouble finding it, but I know where it is too. And
She said.
What?
Yeah,
no,
pretty much.
Don't so much take your time.
Just a bunch of people judging you.
I know. Parental poem prayer. This is what it was. Okay.
Woo!
Here we go. It's actually called Parental Pains Poems Prayers. Here we go. You see your child grow up under your watchful, wary, sacrificial Chevy Chase, looking out to see if they fall into place, making sure they are no major disgrace, molding their minds for outer space and the place you never saw in this modern age. You wake up one day and you're praying. They are asking you for money. You hope to fuck that they make it away from here. Then you see them frightened of your disappointment, frightened of your strife. Maybe they succeed or they don't. One final question. Are they dependent? With that, I present to you a parent and a professional musician who makes amazing rock and roll dirty music. Hamell On Trial.
Thanks. I didn't know that was the segue, the parenting thing.
That'd be a great show.
It's
That'd be a
like,
good asset.
and now there's a bald guy thing. Oh, great. And I thought it was burger. All right. Give me a little through the monitor if you would. Ben, my man, a lot of light. Give me light. Like, I don't know, Prince, 1986. Give me that kind of light. A lot of light. This ain't the fucking Cure. walls are covered with frost. The gates are locked, the keys are lost. The snow in the drive, the shades are down. There's man in the box, but there's no one around. And eagles smoke with snow on their wings, huddled in an elephant. And some of those things you shouldn't say out loud. You know what you hear. You take a look around and the meaning is clear. Cause the phone is dead, the bills are paid. The housekeeper admits that she's afraid. There's people on the road with maps and flags. A convoy of trucks moves from there. And some attempt help, but I turned away. By a handwritten sign, no visitors today. A conference of saints meets in the hall. Jazz, coffee, and drinks and jazz in the wall. Where have you gone? Don't bury your head. We're getting concerned that you might be Satan conjures evil, and when he's done, there's silence from heaven. He's thinking, this is no fun. He makes his way to heaven, to the gates down the hall. Pounding on the bedroom door, there's nothing to the wall. And the moving men want someone to sign. A representative says that everything is fine. When the TV camera's off, the sweat on his brow. He wonders if Purgatory has his resume by now. Where have you gone? Don't bury your head. We're getting concerned that you might be sick. In the shipping room, an old lady sits. If out the whistle blows, she bends her head and quits. 10 miracles completed, it's been a busy day. She can't keep up the pace, but the work will go away. Where have you gone? Don't bury your head. We're getting concerned that you might be sick. That he wouldn't be late. He got there a little after 8. He ran 3 red lights. He got a ticket, but he can lick it cause his brother knows the DA. He got the plea and he only got probation. He sings along to an oldie station. He sings, baby, baby, I'll be true to you. He rings a bell and he can tell that this night is gonna be swell. About the time that the wine and the V's kick in. To calm his nerves, he had a plan. He ingested 7 Percodan and to get in the mood. A handful of loot, a pint of old crew for the right attitude. He stood at the door of this girl he never met before. Her emails were sweet, that's for sure. He thought, baby, baby, I'll be true. Inspired to take this presentation 1 step higher. He didn't want to be rude, but if she just saw him in the news, she could see how he truly was. Because all the trinkets like money and clothes, ooh, they were nothing but silly shows. So off his shirt and his pants rose. What can I say? His limbs gave way. His head went blanket to his knees. He sank, and that's how she found him. When she opened the door, he was naked and passed out on her front porch, mumbling, baby, baby, I'll be true. She was gonna call the cops, then she stopped. He looked so cute lying there with the blood in his hair. In the bushes hung his underwear. that guy, for instance, who just stopped and turned around. God bless him. I like water. It's sexy. Fish fuck right in it. How we doing? Alright, I don't know. Requests? Anybody got requests? I don't know shit.
John Lennon!
What is it?
Pussy.
Oh, okay.
Bobby and the Russians.
Michael
Oh,
halfway.
Russians. Okay.
Mr. Fear.
Okay.
Hail.
Thank you very much. Very nice.
Hail.
Thank you. All right, hail. We do a hail and I'll do the other ones too. And how long are we going? Do I get?
All night.
You're lying to me because I know
4
someone's
hours.
after me. 30 seconds. I'm sorry. What did you say then?
35
I do it like a play, like a little. You must pay the rent.
I can't pay the rent.
You must pay the rent.
I can't pay the rent.
I'll pay the rent.
My hero.
Thanks.
You just play and I'll tell you when to stop.
For 10 points, the previous band that all the guys in Emerson Lake from Palmer ran.
Somewhere in Soft Machine.
No.
Somewhere
Wait,
in...
No.
Wait,
No.
Nice.
Oh, come on. Really? You fuckers? Nice was Emerson. Keith Emerson. Very good. Okay.
Nice.
Greg Lake.
Pink Crimson.
King Crimson. Here's the tough one. Carl Palmer.
Atomic Rooster.
Bingo. Very good. Very good. And what else? And it was a hit record. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you. Right. Thanks very much. I had a great time.
What about Cozy Powell?
What about him?
I don't know.
He was in Rainbow for a while. Why do I know this shit? And if you know all this stuff, this will get you a gig for free at the Sidewalk when you get older. Cool, yeah. Sign me the fuck up. So here's Hale. Hey, we're having such a great time. Could you step right on the fucking buzz by doing a song about hate crimes? Yes, I got one. Don't worry. So you'll know Matthew Shepard, obviously, and Brandon Tina, if you saw the movie Boys Don't Cry, which you should have. And then Brian Denique, punk rock kid in Amarillo, Texas, had a band with some, had a coat, leather coat, with some bands written on it, and a mohawk, and they ran him over, didn't like the way he looked. So that's when his name come up, you'll know. Brandon Tina, Brian Denique, met for coffee in heaven last week. And he said, I like mine black. And she said, do you ever want to go back? He said, now we can be who we want to be. He said, now we can be who we want to be. Matthew Shepard dropped by for dessert. They asked Matthew, does it still hurt? And he paused and spit over the rail. It flew down to earth just like hail. He said, now we can be who we want to be. He said, now we can be who we want to be. Well, down on earth, he held her tight, she held her tight, he held him tight. It was the morning, they cried all night. Through the window they saw the hail. She asked him, have we failed? He said, now we can can be who we wanna be. He said now we can be who we wanna be. Alright, let me do that. I'll do Body in the Rushes. Let me do this Happiest Man because it's also on that album too. Yeah. I embrace the Antifolk ethic. Who gives a fuck? But I still thought I'd tune because I respect you guys. And that isn't to say that other artists that break a string up here and continue to, or they don't care that they tune or whatever, that they don't respect you. It's just to say that I respect you more. And if that leads to anal sex, fuck it. There's nothing wrong with that. Jesus, don't judge me, fuckers. Don't judge me, fuckers. Don't judge me, fuckers. Don't judge me, fuckers. After 45 minutes of don't judge me, fuckers, Ben finally said, all right, Ed. All right. I got 2 kids. I don't need your shit. All right, there we go. When I'm broker than broke and it's all up in smoke, I got 0. Gambled and beat, no shoes on my feet, I ain't no hero. My luck is often lost at a horrible cost, and I'm down, held the ground and viewed as unsound. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. When you ain't got nothing, they ain't got nothing they can take away. I got all the time in the world. But check out this gorgeous thing. Ain't got no cell phone bill collectors. Leave me alone. I ain't got no unaffordable mortgage. I know unaffordable home. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. Well, look at my friends. They are all like jewels and I'm rich. Some people get power and they act like fools. I never switch. Sitting on a park bench loving the sun. Ain't got a fucking nickel, but it sure is fun. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. Well, I went to the ATM when I awoke and almost choked when a smoke said you are broke. Financially depleted, your money is deleted. Like your hairline, it has receded. It continued to speak and said it's bleak. Your troubles are peak, but it offered a solution, a bit of restitution. This ATM was a machine with the means spilling the beans to pay for my drinks. I said, oh, you're giving me chills. Spit out the bills. I need a cower of gold. I need the contents of a king's billfold. I need the treasure in the pirate's hold. I need cash, hard and cold. I'm insatiable for what I've been told. I need the profits of a corporation sold, and if I could be so bold, well, Wall Street stole and enough dough to buy a rolls and hand-tailored clothes and mansions and islands that I have chosen. I don't want to die. I want my body to be frozen. Security that'll never doze. Life sculpture in a perpetual pose. I want the ability to buy and sell men's souls. I want to be bathed in velvet from my head to my toes. I want my teeth tapped in gold, so when the light goes out, my head it glows. You know, no sooner had I spoken than the ATM spit out a bus token. Said, here's the situation. You'll be taking public transportation. I was incredulous. This was an insult off the charts. I said, what do I look like? Cinderella of the Walmart? I felt like a clown as I drove through the town in the bus in the back. I thought I had riches, but I didn't have jack. I in the street, trying to comprehend my defeat. And who did I spy with my little eye? But Sheena, with a new life complete. See, she had done time for a serious crime, but after incarceration, she'd given her life a new interpretation by ringing the bell for the salvation of souls. And when they hear the bell toll, they know they on receipt of a place to eat and a place to warm their feet. And I say, look at my friend Sheena, ain't she an angel? Righteously sweet. Her life could have been for naught. Her resurrection was hard fought. And here comes Bobby. He's off the pipe. He should have been dead. We all thought he was up to his neck. He was a wreck, but he kept it in check with a sense of humor. He had us laughing at his antics, even through a tumor. I hope he hangs on to his health, cause roaring at his glorious stories adds to my wealth. And there's Jennifer. She's working, clerking. She's also on the pole. Got the young boys jerking. Now that's no judgment berserking. Homelessness was lurking. She's got a special needs child, so she does it all with a smile, bordering on smirking. You know, I think it's safe to say that I had an epiphany that day. Look at all my friends barely employed, maintaining their integrity, not null and void, inspirational, conversational. These are the things that I've enjoyed. I've seen beggars with the stature of kings. I've seen homeless sharing as if they had wings. And other things like patience on death's door, smiling more, not knowing what's in store. I've seen with clarity, charity, and it humbled me galore. And I went back to that ATM again and I requested an encore. Because sometimes you gotta open up your eyes and see what life is truly for. And that ATM didn't gloat, said, oh, you ain't really broke. You're rich as a king. You just ain't got no money. That's the thing. Shit, you got the more. Shit, you got the bird. Put down that cell phone. Talk to me face to face. Checking out people loving their ways. And I ain't been broke in all of my days. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. And I gotta say, I'm the happiest man in the world. Thanks. You doing good? You're alright? Everybody's alright? Yeah. Wish I had a joke. I don't have any jokes. Did I tell you this one? Did I tell you this one? Old timer is interviewing for a job, and the interviewer says, what do you think's your worst fault? And the old timer says, I think I'm too honest. And the interviewer says, I don't think honesty's a fault. And the old timer goes, I don't give a fuck what you think. Rock the boat, when the boat needs rocking on, it won't float. Plane needs humming on, it won't fly. When the eagles are blowing and it falls from the sky. Don't tell me not to criticize, or don't tell me that my lips are loose. Don't tell me I don't love this place that gave me Lenny Bruce. When you're walking down the street like a Malcolm X, or when you're eating nigga lunch and say what comes next. Sweet black angel singing something ain't right. I can walk these streets into the night. I can walk these streets named for Joe or Ramon. I can think back on that gabba gabba. Hi, don't tell me brother what I love. Like Buddy Holly said, baby, that'll be the dad. I wanna know, is freedom fly ahead? Is a pass through you and me? Fall into the flame, beyond the sea. Love America, does it love me, does it love its people? Out on the street, losing their homes desperately, working to make ends meet. And the rich get richer and the poor so poor. And you can't get sick cause you can't afford no healthcare. Army's mighty sure. You can look at the old, what's in store. No money, no education, have a middle degree. In a first class nation doesn't need the knowledge. It's a situation of a cycle, another generation. On the TV, we're screaming at each other like kids in the school. Yeah, it's embarrassing, brother. Might not naive to say, but gotta work together like a wave of a flag. It's gone forever. I wanna know, is freedom fly ahead? The past through you and me. Fall into the flame, beyond the sea. Well, that's us. supposed to be funny. Now, was it funny? Was it right on the money? Levity helps me through the pain, but it's about to the scenes and it's starting to strain. And I pledge allegiance to those that tried to find the truth when the country lied and create beauty, leave hell behind. I guess Charles Mingus comes to mind and wouldn't wave that flag in my face when you're making this place a disgrace. Your globe of view needs rearranged because the times, my friends, they are a-changing. I wanna know is freedom fly ahead as I pass through you and me. Down into the flame, we all must sing. I wanna know is freedom flying as I pass through you and me. Down into the flame, we all must sing. Thanks. So I want to try this Bobby and the Russian song. This is from the new album. That Bobby pops up in a lot of my albums. You have them dreams where, like, all of a sudden you're on stage with the Who and you don't know any of their songs. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, you're playing the Antifolk Fest and fucking my straps go, I roam around the world. Straps on every fucking night. Tonight it says, well, you know what? You're on your own, fucker. You know what I mean? Why did I? Why would you do that to me? That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't play the guitar, I'll give you maybe you've come to the right place. No, perfect. You'll be a huge star. But only here. Anyway, gravity, fucking gravity. If it weren't for gravity, none of this would. How are you? You good? All right. The glow of the cell phone. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So here, for those of you that don't play, but you've always kind of wanted to play, I'll give you a lesson. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the $20. It's on me. This is also a lesson that got me fired from a teaching position that I once had in Albany, New York. The names of the strings, and this is absolutely true, is E, A, D, G, D, E. And a good way to remember that is every acid dealer gets busted eventually. And I interpreted that as an anti-drug message, but little Josh's mom did not concur. And I was out on the fucking street. There we go. We're thinking he brought his kid. Don't fucking judge me unless you work for social services. Then everything's cool. And most of the shit I talk about up here about all the drugs I did, I'm lying. I'm lying. I was in the cloister. Oh, wait, let me tell you this joke.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you this joke. So this is funny. So it's a cloister order. I just told my son this the other day. He got it yesterday. I told my son this yesterday. So cloister. Don't you fucking worry. Did you see that? Did you see that shit? I know it. Well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Cloister order of. Just stay with me, fuckers. Jesus. Right. There's always gonna. You're on the earth. There's gravity. Shit's gonna go down. Don't worry about it.
Ed, strap that shit off.
What?
Jess is helping you.
strap.
Strap that shit off.
All right. Maybe that'll work, but I see the thing is I have a strap. You're all looking at me with pity. This is not how I wanted the night to go.
Pretty typical though, right?
No, it's not typical at all. Anyway, cloister order of monks. Now it's not going to be funny, because look at my mood. It's all fucked up now.
Pull it together.
Fucking monks.
What are you, like Jerry and the Pacemakers? Holy shit. Who would get that joke? No one would get that joke. Jerry and the Pacemakers. So ferry cross, don't let the sun catch your... Jesus Christ.
Is that like an old thing?
How old am I? Holy.
Okay.
Oh, this is working. Well, no, it's not going to... It won't work because... You're all looking
Damn
at
it,
me.
Jesse, you're too small.
You're looking at me. Cloister order... Never mind.
No, come on. I just don't
We
want
want to
You wanna
hear it.
You wanna hear it?
You wanna hear
Okay,
your
so it's a
little joke.
cloister order of monks, and you know they don't ever speak, but it's gonna work. Thanks, dude. Is it you?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Jesse,
great.
stop.
For you. for you. We were pointing for you.
Oh, yeah.
Cloister Order of Monks. Okay, so I don't got much of my time. I don't know what time. My son got me an Elvis watch. Check that out. It's the '68 comeback special, right? With the. It's for you. That's for you. So, what was I gonna say? Cloister Order of Monks. And it's a vow of silence, these monks. They make bread and wine, and they do spiritual work in the community, and they're allowed 2 words which will be documented every 7 years. So a new monk comes in to the head of the order, and he tells them, he says, we're going to do spiritual work, you have vow of silence, you can't talk at all. Every 7 years you come in, you say 2 words, and I'll write it down, we'll document it. Okay, so he goes out, 7 years later he comes back, and the monk says, what do you got to say? He says, bed hard. Well, that's not exactly what I thought. But then he goes out and he writes it down. And he comes back 7 years later. We have to say, food bad. He says, hey, well, all right. He goes out and he comes back 7 years later, 21 years. Room cold. So the head monk writes it down. He goes out, comes back later. I quit. The head monk says, that doesn't surprise me. You've been bitching since you got here.
Fuck you. All right. My request. Bobby's one of them guys that can't do nothing right. It ain't like he don't try, no, he tries with all his might. But no matter how tantalizing the reward, no matter how precise the plan, well, it always goes barreling south, and the shit doth hit the fan. Bobby heard from Big Lou a shipment coming through, some drugs, some guns, and, well, maybe a stolen sports car, too. Well, this was out of Bobby's league. But he owed some guys some dough, and they had no sense of humor, and his thumbs was gonna go. Now, when the threat of no thumbs loom large, a man will set his sights higher. Bobby found a gun from Big Lou, unbeknownst to Bobby, known to misfire. But it wasn't like he was gonna shoot, no, he was gonna aim, and they were gonna run. See, watching old Sylvester Stallone movies on Netflix was the closest Bobby ever got to a gun. Talking about it now. Talking about it now. Talking about it now. Yeah. The shipment arrived at the dock. Bobby was there in a mask, scrutinizing 24 Russians involved in the unloading task. The moon lit the scene well. Feeble, Bobby's voice didn't yell, give up the good, you freaking Ruskies. And they laughed, go to hell. Boris grabbed a gun, and at Bobby, he aimed clear. But as predicted, that gun misfired and blew Boris's brains clear off the pier. Heading up the rear, those men Bobby owed money to, and feared with automatic weapons, putting an end to 24 Russian careers. They heard Bobby's pleas. No, they confiscated the goods. And they heard Bobby's pleas. To show they were generous, they let him keep his thumbs, but they broke both his knees. So here sits Bobby celebrating his good fortune in a coma. But the loan of the gun from Big Lou has a certain foul aroma. Could that Bobby had been the one that had fired that gun instead? Well, indeed, he'd be here with his knees and thumbs intact, but indeed no fucking head. Talking about it now. Talking about it now. Talking about it now. Yeah. A bunch of guitars crowd eager in the front, but no battered acoustic in the back. Spoke to me, cracked with the voice. Hey, buddy, you want to go for a ride? I'm skeptical. This guitar's almost dust. I say, what you got in mind, old timer? That guitar pushed its way to the front saintly. Sincere. Go for a ride, boy. Ancient faces, chariot races, forbidden places, exotic embraces, pyramid construction, camera ride, time machine climb, white line fever, believer ride to Thunder, Texaco, Mexico, gas guy, second hose, no nose, where the lightning. Ride the wild surf, ride a white swan. Jenny, take a motherfucking ride for God's sake. That's a bull. Hold on there, Channy, baby. I said, how old are you anyway, guitar? Back at I said I was born in 37. I'm a rule by 11, and I can play as sweet as an axe from heaven, but I need a partner to start here like the James Boys, Frank and Jesse, like the Untouchables with Elliot Nessie, like Bonnie and Clyde where they get aggressive, like Romeo and Juliet they start to caressing, like Bartles and James a pause to refresh you like salt and pepper, like the seal undressing, like Sid and Nancy get gone, God bless me, like the Everly Brothers, how the voices they mesh you, like Jake LaMotta and his brother Joe Pesci. I said, well, hold on there, Kingdom 10. I said, how much you cost anyway, guitar? And that guitar said, I'm a mere $200, which was in fact true at the time. And I said, well, I only got a mere $10, which was in fact true at the time. And that guitar said, you go to the door, and you give that $10 to the man behind the counter. You pay the balance off quick, you know, when your ship comes in. So I gave that man the $10, and you know, I waited for my ship to come in. I go down the dock every day, my little bony sneakers, my sailor's cap, my Thurston Howell, the third blazer, my fishnets. I bow binoculars, I scan the 7 seas, no ship. I launched flares, I went to nautical school. I got a job as a longshoreman, I learned how to walk like Marlon Brando, and on the waterfront I studied Moby Dick. I got a tattoo, the red Ishmael, no ship. I sold sails, I drank with pirates, I yo ho ho in a bottle of rum like about sea shanties. I rented Jaws, I watched reruns of the Love Boat, I collected coral. I lived in a lighthouse, I bought scuba gear. I hired divers to race the Titanic. I took the confession of the old man of the sea. I bribed Charlie Tuna. I saw 3 ships come sailing in. On Christmas Day, bingo ships, but not mine. You know, I anticipated a very cool winter of ice fishing. The ex-wife paid off the guitar as a birthday present. Epilogue, crime and punishment love story. The crime game love story. Brokeback Mountain, absolutely a love story. All this bullshit about the guitar ultimately distills to a love story. Now they gotta write the hooky chords for the big hit record, and just like Justin Bieber, I'm gonna ring home the fucking bacon. It's a love story! It's a love story! It's a love story!
You are listening to Hamell On Trial. I'm going to come around to Madeline tip jar. She gets a contribution of $5 per set. Please get to be ready for Mr. Hamell.
I'll take a check. Tom, I'll take a check.
Don't take a check.
All right, Tom, big
blank check.
bills. Big fucking bills.
Just sign it. Let him write it.
Give him sad eyes, Detroit. Look up with sad eyes.
Oh, he's hungry.
No, that works. I use that every week on Monday. It works.
With Detroit?
No, with my kids.
I know, it was a joke, Ben. That's why I
It wasn't one of your better jokes.
No, they're never, none of them are very fucking bad jokes. Alright, let me do this. This is by request. So what are you telling me? With this, you pass that whole beat up mandolin with the prophylactics in there and all that shit. And then what does that mean? You got 7 minutes? The Hamill's got 7 minutes? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright.
14.
Well, I can't. No, there's some... Because summer's
Two
coming.
songs are 8
Is summer
minutes,
here?
whichever comes first. No, she's holding her new baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have a name, but the baby arrives.
Oh, that's nice. She's not playing this evening, then.
No, Kid Lucky is taking her place.
Beat on the branch, beat on the branch, beat on the branch with the baseball bat.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
When she's 2, they do that.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesse!
Stop scaring me.
Well, You know, the thing is, it's got strap locks, and if you don't have the lock part, there's a little washer that goes there, and if you don't have it, then gravity occasionally will take its toll. There's gravity up here, big waves of it. Look at my jowls, fuckheads. All right, 2 tunes. I'll do that. I gotta do these then. Thanks for paying attention. We'll have CDs for sale. The Young Man will sell CDs. My newest, The Happiest Man in the World. It's a funny thing about the strap lock, you know, like a lot of things in life. If you got the proper little thing, it's a 10-cent thing. You'd think I would. I'm a professional. You'd think I would have an extra one, but I don't. And I'm mad. I'm a little pissed off at myself, if truth be told. I was a Boy Scout for a while. Until I discovered mescaline, and then it all went to shit. I could have got a merit badge for fucking hallucinogenics, I swear to God. Look at my sash. Oh, wow. You and I are on a roll, wind up living in an old folks' home together. Together. In front of our shirts, they with Joe mumbling like a couple of fools together. Together. All our friends are gonna be dead, new fake friends in our heads together. Together. Staring at the TV, holding hands, going to the bathroom in our pants together. Together. Well, I am gonna love ya till you're dying day. I'm gonna love ya till you're old and gray. Deaf and dumb and come what may. Together, together, together. Forever! We'll share dementia, rage and curse. We'll get beaten up by the nurse together. Together. We'll take away our keys, we can't drive cars. We'll be entertained by Dancing with the Stars together. Together. Hey, parenthetically, that's not a judgment call. I'm not saying if you watch Dancing with the Stars, you're a fucking idiot. No, I'm not saying you're a lobotomized cretin if you watch Dancing with the Stars. No, I'm not saying you have an IQ of a lettuce leaf. Yes, that's exactly what I'm fucking saying. I'm gonna tell you another fucking thing, and I don't want to interrupt you again, but if I didn't have this goddamn strap that I worried about, I would be so into it. I'd be moving around, you know, there'd be gestures and shit, right? But I can't. I feel like I'm pulling punches.
Show us one gesture.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I would be...
Oh!
But I can't. I'm nervous. I'm nervous purpose. Even though I'm old, I'll love you hard. You'll bury my Viagra out in the yard together. Together. Our kids spending all we saved. You can't wait to see us in our grave together. Together. Well, I am gonna love ya till your bones are weak. I'm gonna look to the veins so through your cheek. Tell a story, dance away together. I'm gonna love ya till your dying day. I'm gonna love ya till you're old and gray. Deaf and dumb and come one day. Together, together, together. Forever! Here's my last one. You've been great. Thanks. Thanks. My last one. I'm Hamell On Trial. If you can like me on Facebook, I would think that was Ducky. All right. And have fun at the festival. I go to Edinburgh Tuesday, so I won't be around. But have everybody come see everyone. Come see everyone and I hope their fucking strap stays on. That's all. You alright? You alright? People ask me, what's going down? What kind of stuff? When I come around, there's one guy and there's one guitar, so it's gotta be cold. Oh man, I run there. You need a song, the guitar is a rock and roll. The Empire State Building's a shack. Give its pump the magic dragon. The Picasso was a hack. See, this bullshit unplugged is like a monkey on my back. Unless you're talking Chuck Berry, then you ain't talking Jack. I'm rocking like the Clash. It's acoustic kind of memory. I'm as bad as 9 Inch Nails, but I don't need machinery. A little bit of wood, a little bit of wire. How about Smokey the Bear? There's gonna be a fire, and if I ain't sweating, then it ain't no fun. I'm like a Beastie Boys, except I'm only one. I'm a bad motherfucker. You can't deny it, but I ain't got the balls of Pussy Riot. Need a song to the car and a rock and roll. I was with the headphones to study the artists. I started hearing voices, but not like Judas Priest, mostly from the old guys, like a whisper in the back, like Muddy Water saying, "Hi, it's only a pack." You want it, don't you? I said you want it, don't you? Say solo. Aren't you proud of the old man? It's Antifolk. This part is. Why did you get my flyer? Come see my band Tuesday night. You be the songs in the car and the rock and roll. Beat the basement, and I beat it in the yard, and I beat it like a band. I beat it so hard, and I beat it like a flag, and I beat it real proud. And I got a call Tom Saturn and says that's too damn loud. I won't change the world. Well, shit, I know all that. I'd stall a politician by pissing in his hand at the land of many paths. There's only one right way, and I will keep on rocking it until my dying day. It's a world of many paths. There ain't only one right way, and I will keep on rocking it until my dying day. You be the song to the car. I'm Hamell On Trial. I had a really good time. I'll see you later.
Hamell On Trial. We will be right back with Sid Lucky, folks. Stick around.
Yeah, but who is the keyboard player in Atomic Rooster? Vincent Crane, fucker.
What time is it? God.